Hello everybody and welcome to episode 10 of MechE Plays Satisfactory. In our last episode we shifted from biomass fuel as our primary fuel source for powering our facilities to a coal power facility. We have completed about half of that today as of last episode, and we now need to we need to finish the other half today and begin the process of getting that facility up and running at full. We first need to clear some inventory space here. We're going to go over to our hopper and drop some of this stuff in. Let's see here, we can get rid of that. Let's see, this can go, that can go, that can go, that can go, that can go. The sulfur we're going to want to put to work on other things. And we'll just store everything that we know we're going to have to do research on later here. And while we're down here, let's go check on our awesome sink and see how that's coming along. See if it's finished processing it, which it looks like it hasn't. We got 3 tickets. And we've almost got 2 empty barrels, which is perfect. Our containers are getting closer and closer to being empty. We could transfer some of that over. Actually, we should do that real quick. The sooner we can get those containers out of the way, the sooner we can make our factory look more presentable. Okay. And of course, I walk right over the cliff. It's too high. Yeah, so we're gonna have to come over a further. We're gonna have to go over a further distance to get the power we need or the water we need. If this container's got some in it, then the top one's surely full. Okay, drop 2 of those into here. Okay. That thing's doing its job. Sometimes it's good to process concrete too, so I'll just put some wire in there here soon. How about the upper containers? Well, the upper one's not anywhere near yet. How's concrete doing? We got 1,000 in inventory, so we don't need any more of that. So if we're lucky, we'll get that. We'll manage to get our power plant up and running, the last portion of it. This will allow for us to come back here and begin focusing on building our steel facility. We're going to want to see about getting that freed up if we can as soon as possible as well. So we'll begin doing research down the sulfur tree so we can get those nobelisks. Those are going to be important. Those are important assets. Okay, that should be enough materials for now. Alright, let's move on down that way. Let's have the Xeno Beater ready. Xeno Basher, excuse me. That way we can take care of any enemies that may have respawned along our route here. What's down this way? So we are now looking for that alternate water source. These stupid things. So this cave, I bet you, is full of deadly stuff. What is that? Okay, I'm not going to even attempt to go in there. I don't know if there's a way out.
I strongly advise you to harvest this specimen.
Okay, so this is right down below our power facility. Yeah, this right here is right below the power facility that we currently have. Oh, we might as well drop down there now because we decided to come down this far. So if I check my map here, I got a pool of water in that direction. I don't think that's going to work, so we're going to be stuck having to go because, yeah, you can see we got some water over there, too, but that's a long ways to pipe it. Not like it's a problem if we have to. It's an option. Let's see here. Is there any water over this way? Because this up here leads to the power plant. So that's important. And if I remember correctly, the power plant is right up over this hill here. It's the big one. I hate the big ones. Let's see here. Yes, I'm right. Power facility is actually right below us here. So honestly, it would not be a bad thing if we could find one of these. See, there's a high mountain lake up here, or some sort of other type of. Well, first things first. I'm getting hit by the bulls here. Yeah, if there's a lake up here, that'd be nice, but I doubt it. A lake higher up is better because it doesn't take any energy to pump down. Only to pump up. So let's see what's over here. So we have a stream over here. Or is that just... yeah, it's an illusion. Never mind. And we're being followed by these guys. And we're being killed by these guys. We let too many of them get out of the bag and our health was just too low. Now we gotta make our way back over there. And we have to find a way up over there because we can't leave all those materials just sitting there like that. So let's try to get over there and recollect our gear. Let's have a look at our map first off because we got all the way down here. Yeah, there's ocean over here, so that might be an option if if it's not too far to ship it out. But we're gonna have a look at that before we make that decision. Now, if I remember correctly, I think we want to try to stay high. The power plant's lower than where we were. And it's going to be a lot nicer when we do have the ability to fly. Okay, let's not get too close to that. That'll kill us. So here's our current power setup. We've got 8 running, 8 in idle. Oh, there's iron over here. That's good. It means we can transport some of this coal to our iron facility. So we were overlooking our power plant from up there. Let's see if there's a way up there from over here. Can't make any promises though. Well, I think so because that was from us. Yes, those guys make some weird noises. Okay, so let's go have a look here. Now we're going to try not to be seen. We've been spotted. That's a problem. Let's get on over here as quickly as we can. Oh Christ, we're dead. Yeah, that is ridiculous. Well, at least now we know how to get over there, but now we got to figure out how to get down there without killing ourselves. Which means we're going to have to eat up as much as we can. And since there's a hog down there, that's just going to make it that much worse at trying to get in there without getting ourselves killed. And then we're going to have to build a ladder to get ourselves out of that pit. Now this is a fast way of traveling. We will be doing this along our Mark III conveyor belts when we get them, because we could really speed it up doing that. So we're going to need to eat every piece of fruit we can find to get our health back up for that fall. Let's have a look here. And we got to eat it all because we don't have inventory space to not eat it all. So I don't want any leaves. Or any flowers. So we might be in good shape now. We may not have to worry about that. Okay, we have a hog that has noticed us running around. Okay, so our crate is down there somewhere. So what I'm going to try to do is try to drop down here as carefully as I can. Crap, we got more than one. Good boys. Crap. Finally got one of them. For a second there, I thought we were stuck in a what's it called. We're not going to be able to get out. It's down here. Just lead down to a beach or something. We do need a source of water. No, there's more of a forest down here. Look at my map. It's actually a swamp. And this is a long drop for us, so this isn't going to work. So we got to go back on up now. So now that we've defeated this one hog, we got to kill this guy now. That's right, it's payback time. Okay, we got to fight our way back over to a water source. I mean, yeah, the swamp is great, but it's not going to work for what we need it for. It's not going to be enough. Okay, we got 2 hogs here. Let's take them one at a time. So we know our power facility's out that way. And it's actually uphill a ways from here, so... Bring our health back up. Now these hogs, well, they're gonna die now if they keep coming up to me. I'm gonna kill them. I'm sick and tired of them. Okay, so that looks like a lake. Yeah, that's a body of water. That'd be perfect. That should be perfect. Yes, it is. It's a body of water. Oh, yes. Any coal around here? So we're 600 meters away from there. Oh, boy. This big boy. Okay. So we're several hundred meters away. So I'm going to put power poles in, because it can't hurt us to have it powered up. If this works out, we'll run...
You are so lucky that you found this most valuable artifact.
Those guys almost took me by surprise there. Okay, so... yeah, we're going to run it out to here. I'm also seeing another lake down here. We're going to run our power down there as well. Oh crap, there's 3 of them. So, let's take a look here. Map. Oh, we're ways away from where we need to be. So this is where our coal facility is here. So yeah, let's not install this here. We don't have enough cable for that right now in our inventory, I don't think so. Have that basher out and ready. So we're going to try to make our way back toward the coal power plant now. 4 of them here, wow. Yeah, this little lake is a good one by the looks of it. And there are more of these things than I care to deal with today. Now, we really should start producing that hog protein into health packs and crap. I mean, we're at that point now where it's like, I could really do that pretty well. Oh, there's another bull up here. Yep, we took them both. Okay, so we got a lake here. And it's not a very big one. This would support 2 pumps. It's not enough. Home, if I'm saying correctly, is in this direction, so we're going to start heading in that direction. We're going to leave the spitter alone. Well, there's the power facility. And I've got a cat now here, trying to take a nap on me. Let's see here. Down this cave. Slug. We're going to leave the slug for now. We don't have enough space for him. Yeah, there's a small little bit of water, but that's not going to help us. Alright, so let's get down to this. When you get down to this lake here, that's probably going to be where we're going to end up pulling our water from. Pump it up over the hill, bring it through this valley here. And drop it down in, and then drop it into the power plant. Once that's done, we're going to have a fully upgraded facility. We'll have 16 generators online. Okay, bonsai. Yeah, we'll dispatch any enemies. So we're going to send our pipes up this hill. So I need you to snap to grid. Okay, we need to select Zoop mode. Okay. Okay, so now here's how this is going to work. We're going to switch this over to the 4 meter. We're going to go to R. We're going to go to vertical. Now, the reason why we're doing this is that we know that every X amount of container that, yes, there's a certain amount of containers high that we can go before we have to add in a pump. Okay, we'll have it get up to this height. We're going to go just a little bit higher now. Let's go another 12 meters. Ow. Okay, so we only need another 4 pumps in this lake. So okay, so and there we go. So we have 2 pipes coming off this. Okay. Okay, so we're going to bring the power up to here. Now we're going to power. We're going to put the power into each of these units. So all we have to do is link it up and turn it on. So each of these supplies, each pipe has 2 of these on it, so we just get the pipes in order now. Okay, there's 2. There's 3. There's 4. Okay, there's 1. Okay, there's that. So what we're trying to do here is we're taking over the inevitable right off the bat, so that we don't have to worry about Now keep in mind that these 2 pipes they run next to each other. They do not they are not part of one another. Okay. This one come to here. This one will come to here. And we'll stop that one there. Stop that one there. And see if we can grab them from up above. There's that one. Okay. We're going to be very careful. We don't want to... That's not what we wanted to do. Okay, perfect. Okay, so... So we know for a fact that we're going to need quite a bit of header height heading up. So we're going to drop a pump here and a pump here. And then we'll drop a pump, drop 2 more pumps heading up. So we're going to put in one here, one here, and one here. Okay, we know that's going to take quite a bit of power. Okay. We are out of power line, so we're going to have to run back and get some more of that. I think there might be some cable over at the power plant, but I may be wrong. And you know what? Honestly, to tell you the truth, probably shouldn't even worry about going to the power plant for that. Okay, so we've now zooped out onto here. And we're going to drop a couple pumps probably right here as well. That way we guarantee it makes it out to the power facility okay. So we can see our main power lines over here. And that's probably where we need to run our water pumping facility too. And we've gotten to a point now where power is pretty easy to come by. It's not a commodity that's provided by how many plants we collect, and having to deal with collecting all said plants no longer a problem. Let's take a look at our inventory space. Let's sort it. Okay, good. So we're going to want to drop by the garbage container. I shouldn't call it a garbage container. Our little drop box over there, and store up what we don't need to keep in our inventory. Alright, let's go take care of that now that we're back here at the main base. Okay, so we're going to drop the spitter remains. Oh, gosh. Yeah, we're going to drop, actually, this guy, this guy, this guy. Keep the coconut. Drop the sulfur. Drop the plants. Resort. Okay, that should be good enough for now. Alright, let's go get some cable. Let's go grab 3 coils of that. That should be more than enough to handle what we need to throw at it. Everything over here is running nicely and smoothly. That's good. Then again, I wouldn't expect it to do anything other than that now. We are no longer running off of biofuel, so we don't have to worry about this powering down. But one of the things we are going to do when we get back over here is we're going to research steel, and these two are going to get put to work. These 2 iron deposits might get put to work. I don't know, but I'm not sure if I want to run a conveyor belt, a level 2 conveyor belt, all the way back out this way. It's a long way. Alright, so the little poison trees here, these guys, is where we turn. We go this direction, so toward the power plant. Okay, now we're out in this position. So since we're here, let's grab him. Okay. Okay, so now we're gonna power this guy up. everything's powered now. So all we have to do is get this guy back to the base. That's gonna go up here. Okay, there we go. Let's begin trying to figure out which way we're gonna route this pipe. Whichever way this cable goes is the way we're gonna route that pipe. So just keep that in mind. Yep, this is the way we're gonna route it, alright. Luckily, it's come all downhill from here, so shouldn't have to worry too much about pumping uphill. So 0. This is going to be our inflows from over here. Yes, we're going to have it come and sit right on top of this pipe here. Okay, so there's our pipes. Let's get this all piped up now. So actually, we haven't finished our conveyor over here. We finished all the ones going between. We have. Okay. Now, luckily for us, we could just tell this power. We could power this guy up right now, which is what we're going to do. That way we can start getting the coal into place. we gotta be careful. We have some poisonous trees that are gonna cause us issues, so if we get ourselves high enough up, this shouldn't be a problem. Okay, so this is another 8 power. Another 8 power plants. This will give us another 600 megawatts, which doesn't sound like a whole lot compared to some of the other YouTubers that are out there playing this game. But you really think about it, for us, being at this early stage in the game, that's actually a lot of energy. Okay, so that's going to get the coal power facility up and running. Alright, so let's decide how we're going to do this here. Yeah, because this is able to put out 120. It'll fuel all 8 of these. Looking pretty good now. Alright, there we go. So let's go to 8. Now the first 4 are on the first line. And we'll run them through and we can run those 4 through the under racks, but right now let's focus on, we're going to get this pipe in, both these pipes in. So if we can get the power plant side of it, we're all plumbed up and ready to go. All we have to do then is get the pumps up and running. This is one of the more tedious parts of the game, is figuring out how are you going to pipe up a facility like this. And in real life, this really is the way things are too, believe it or not. It takes time to really solve how you want to handle a problem. You know, what's the proper engineering solution that doesn't screw up your production line and then cause you automation issues later when you're trying to figure out, when you're busy figuring out more important things. So now we got the water coming up and over. Now we just got to get it over here. Freaking big spider over there. We're going to try to stay away from him as much as we can. Alright, so we're going to begin running over open ground. We're actually going to have these pipes turn and leave this mooring right here. Now you have to remember, pumps are not stackable. I know some of you kids out there may say, well, I don't know why they did that. That's kind of unrealistic. Well, I got some bad news for you. Actually, it's very realistic. At least to some degree it is. I mean, a lot of the times you can't stack a pump. In real life, you wouldn't be able to stack these pumps, just like in the game. Okay, so now we've got the pipe coming up. So what we're going to do is we're going to start adding in the pumps that I know we're going to need. We're going to put a pump set right here. And we're going to drop a pump set in at the top of the head here. That way we can have another start at the climb. So yes, in real life we would have multiple pumps like this, but we'd also have more pumps along the line, even if we were just pumping over open ground, because inside of a pipe you have resistive forces that tend to slow down and reduce and actually they create friction and reduce the amount of flow rate. Now going downhill, you would be less likely to see pumps.
Comply.
And this is what we were hoping not to have happen. But since it did, stupid spider can die. Now, of course, in the future, this probably will all get torn down, replaced with something better. But right now, The objective is just to get things done. We really aren't super efficient on the resources at the moment. Alright, so now we are we're now coming back onto grid. Okay, so let's come back onto grid here like so actually. Okay, there we go. Send it out. And now what we do is we bridge up the power. And it's only a matter of time now before these pipes go active. Now, these systems are already receiving coal, so that's not what's going to cause the slowness at first. It'll be the water. First, it's got to get here. First, those pumps have to activate, begin pumping it uphill. Of course, we also have a limestone mine here, and it's a pure one, so we can make concrete at this position at some point in the future. So now our objective is to troubleshoot. Make sure the water makes it up over the top of this. Because once it starts going down, it's not going to need any help. It might need a pump to get up over that little lip over there. We'll figure that out when we get there. We see the power is on, that's for sure. That's good to know. None of our lifters have actually got it this far yet, though. Our lifting station hasn't quite brought it up here yet. But here it comes. One of our tubes, both of our tubes, are now showing water. Being forced up this pipe toward the next lifter. No pressure yet. It is building up. Here it comes. Okay, we're starting to see it lift. We're now up over the hill. Hasn't started producing electricity yet. Come on, there we go. We're starting to see it trying to kick over now. Well, this means we can start working toward our next milestone. Once this gets fully operational like this site is, we're going to be producing quite a bit of power. I'm surprised this fat guy ain't getting cooked up here. This is not the place I'd want to be hanging out. I gotta make sure, okay, good, they are all kicking on. I guarantee you right now it's probably, it could be the coal. Let's take a look at this end here, it's full. It's just the water is just not here yet. Got the coal. Once this tank fills up, which it's doing very slowly, we're gonna see our max production of electricity, which we are now starting to see that. Let's check that down here at the other end. See what that number is looking like before we head back over to the main base. That number is 1200 megawatt just off this plant, and we're capable of producing 1600, don't forget. So yeah, we probably could have used this section of the lake too. And we may do that when but we need to save that for when we get Mark II equipment, or Mark III conveyor, and Mark II miners. Oh, look who's back. I'll take the Mercer Sphere.
I strongly advise you to harvest this specimen.
You know, when are they going to actually get rid of that work in progress? For those of you who don't know what that means, WIP, that's exactly what it stands for. It is work in process. So, and there's our other water facility. And now we're free to go and have a look at other things. Let's check the time real quick on this video. Not bad. It only took us an hour to get to this point. Even with all those deaths, it only took us an hour. Oh, look, another spitter. How nice. Now, we may decide to run a conveyor up this way at some point with coal. Oh, that's just wonderful. Another 4 of them. Well, these hogs can't win them all, and neither can we. But now we have our power. We have our power plant running at full tilt. We could begin working on some of these other projects that we need to get done. The big one right now, we need to get some steel frame, or some of those Is it steel frames? Is that what they call it? There's another name for it. Okay, so I'm going to put a door in here. Alright, so let's go start our research trees that we've been so desperately wanting to do. We just haven't had the time with all the battlegrounds that we've been having to fight on. I don't remember now where I put my MAM, or if I even have one. That's not like me to not drop an MAM in. Well, if we don't have one, I'm going to drop one in right here next to this, yeah, right here next to the limestone mine. Well, we do have one somewhere. And we could do the spitter. We could get that guy. We could do the power slug. And 200 screws. Oh boy, please tell me we got some screws left over still in our sink. If we moved them all over. That's a negative. No, it's not actually. Wow. So F500, we'll take those. I'm going to transfer a bunch of wire over to the sink. Cable, I mean, we got to that point now where we kind of can. Nutrients. Power slugs, okay, so we want to research that one. Let's go take a look and see what we got up here on our big boy. We have a yellow guy up here. We don't, we got sulfur though, we want to take that. I'm going to drop this guy in here with that. We got that, we can research that. Some quartz, we can research some stuff with that. Okay, so sulfur. We'll start the research tree for sulfur.
New resource added to the resource scanner.
And I saw some mycelia up here. I know I have that, so let's grab that and I could drop the slugs off and run the research on that as well. Okay, so we could drop this guy off, this guy off, this guy. That's the one we wanted to see if we could do research on. It's in the animal proteins. I only need one. Okay, so we need biomass and DNA capsule. see about that DNA capsule. Can we build that by ourselves, or do we have to have a machine do it for us? Okay, so let's begin doing our research on these. So both of them are going to require these modular frames, which you can see takes steel rods and reinforced steel plate. Not as much rods as we need, but we do want to increase our rod intake or input anyway up here. So let's go upstairs and have a look, and maybe we can slip that in up here and ship the rods up the side with the maybe we could slip that in up here. We really don't have a whole lot of space because of the arch. And we do have quite a few of those in inventory now, along with those. How are we looking on smart plating? Okay, let's take what we got so far to the space elevator. We could put that in toward phase 2. Okay. So 350, we need 500. We're only 200 away. I guess we could slip it in here if we really wanted to, but this floor is strictly a logistics floor. And you can see our screw production is doing pretty well here. It's doing extremely well. The materials come in, and these guys come out. This facility is definitely set up and running well. Maybe one of these days we'll probably be mass producing these things on a more grander scale, but right now it's not the time. So we're going to build a small satellite plant that's going to be producing some iron rods. And we'll squeeze this modular frame thing in upstairs. So let's take a look here. This facility is going to get retired finally. It's been here since we started playing. It's done its job. It can't do its job any more than it already has. Okay, so that means we can get rid of this power line. This one too. We're going to have a snap to grid, and we'll pipe it in to that logistics floor right there. Actually, no, not right there. That's a bad spot. We'll pipe it in right here. Okay. And this one doesn't have to be a tall factory. Actually, I will make it kind of go up just like this one here. That way we can just pipe it straight from here to there. Let's get started. So, lock in our foundation here. So we want to make sure we save room for that guy as well. So it's 7. We're going to have it come this way. Logistics floor here. I'll come in at the end like we always should. And this factory is going to be a little bit different. We'll have the lower logistics floor will be here, but there won't be a logistics floor above it. We're just going to pipe it straight into the machines, that straight into the constructors, and then they're going to be sent straight over there. Okay, so let's think about where do I want a staircase? I'm going to put a door right here. And it means that my staircase is going to be for this guy. Here. Okay. Now we've got it going, so let's see here. Let's go up 1. Six. Single floor. 1 meter thick floor. And 6. It will be going up 1 more level, so this level is going to be our smelter platform. Yeah, so before we had the coal, we had to be very precautionate about how many of these machines we can put into service, which is why we didn't ever really get our rotor protection on both of those assemblers over there up to 100%. But now we are no longer in the coal age, or no longer in the biomass age, and such luxuries disappear. And such, I shouldn't say luxuries, such luxuries appear that we're now capable of doing this once you exit one era. Okay, we're going to go up with this one. So once you enter one period where you're running off of biomass to now where we're not. So this is the benefits, guys, of our long perseverance here. Okay, there's that. We could wire these guys up. They're going to need electricity. And that is ugly. Okay. This one's 3 high. But we're going to change the noding here, so it'll get its power here. Now you got to remember, one of these can supply 2 iron rod sets, so we're going to have to bulge it out above the miner to really utilize what we need to utilize. So there is going to be a logistics floor above this. It's going to have to be, now that I think about it. I'll get a choice. The logistics floor, we'll sort it and break it to where it can be brought down into 2s. I will say I'm so happy to be off the ladders with these structures. I mean, ladders are great and all, but not when you're hopping around trying to Not when you're hopping around trying to figure things out. So once again, 1 meter thick flooring. So we're going to want to build the walls up down here to come all the way up as well. This staircase is not going to complete to the top floor. Now these trees are going to cause a problem. Down they go. Alright, so let's get back up to the top floor and start working on this next level logistics. Before we do that, we need to actually, we haven't put the floor in, so we need to get the floor in first. Now this logistics floor that we got here is going to be a bit different than the floor below it. We're going to have this, basically what's going to happen is the stairwell is going to open up into this floor. Because, well, we don't have room any other way, so it's going to open up into this floor, and that's going to be it for this staircase. These guys are going to send their materials up and out. And we're only capable of doing... they're misaligned. Are they all like that? I can't assume that they all are, so let's have a look. Yeah, they all are. Yeah, so we're not going down this time. We're going up. Then again, we went up with the other one as well. Actually, no, we did come down. Okay, so now we're going to go straight up into the ceiling. That puts in our 4 logistics guys. Let's have a look at this platform. So now we've got a... Let's see here. This looks like it's a 5... Yeah, 5 by 6. Okay, so That means we can get a maximum of 5. Per row, which we only need 8. And if we're really good at what we do, we could squeeze them. So this one's going to disappear. And some of you may be wondering why I'm doing that. Well, that is where our exit's going to be for materials to leave. Okay, so I got some steel plate here. I do. Okay, so it is complaining I only got 204 of that in inventory. So let's go grab some more steel plate out of these lower hangar. How we're looking on time here. We got about 15 minutes before I call this episode complete. So let's see if I can get this rod factory up and running in 15 minutes. Okay, there's that. Okay, so now we have the ability to get the conveyor from here to there. Alright, so what I'm going to do for this upper floor is I'm going to leave a cutout. In that corner there. And this is going to be for a ladder to take us up to this deck here. So the way we're going to do that is we're going to put a wall here. And we'll ladder up and in because we have to readjust it so that staircase fits properly. I don't like the way this looks. Let's fix it. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so now we're up on the constructor floor. We need 4 of them. I think our best bet, because we got, let's see here, it's 1, 2, 3. Our best bet would be to get 4 in like so. And remember, we could pack these in nice and tight because, well, and this is a top floor, so we're not going to have anything above this. And we're going to pack this in nice and tight, just like so. Can I get it in there like so? Oh, I can. What am I thinking? So we want to get this in as tight as we can. This is going to give us all the steel rod we're going to need for a long time. Okay, so we want to come up right here. So we want to come up and out. So we're going to do the same thing right here. Over here. Okay, so these ones have to be further out. The ones coming up don't have to be, but the ones coming in do. Okay, so here we go. So okay, there's that. Okay, there's that. Okay, so now we're going down. This is going to take us, this will take all the materials we need down below to be shipped over to the other facility over there. Let's get these machines set up on the materials they're going to be producing, which is iron rod. Okay. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to get these guys powered up. And what we're going to do, since we're already up here, we'll just run a central power grid for each of these. There's really no need to run each of these guys on a separate pole. Okay, let's bridge them together. Actually, I'm going to get rid of this one. This is not right. And there's this. We need some sort of uniformity here. We're going to run it by this machine. We're going to put it right here. And we're going to run this pole. We'll have this pole come right here. No, not like that. Pole come. Not like that. And we'll have this guy bridge on down to here. Now this will be, we'll have the other one hook up, the lower floor hook up to that too. And that will give us the outputs we need. So, okay, well that's a screw up. Now we have to go back upstairs and fix it. It's not supposed to pop through the floor because we don't know what direction, once it gets under there, it's going to be pointing. Okay, there we go. Alright, so let's have a look here. So these back ones are ends. these ones are ins, these ones are outs, and these ones are outs. So what I want to do is I want to have these guys come up into a line right here. It'll run around, come through, run back, and then run through here. This one will run down and go to the end. This one will run down and go to the end. And they will bridge in over here. But these are going to be upper, and these are going to be lower. That way we don't have any issues with... And we need mergers? Okay, yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so now we're going to come up here. We are coming up. And in. Okay, we can't line anything in there, so this is going to be a Mark II belt in here. Perfect. Now here's the question. How lined up are these? These are actually really well lined. So we're going to have to run it up and have it come to this top. So that's actually not bad at all for this line. And then we'll have it drop down below. So this is going to be the non-merger side. This will be the splitter side now. Remember, this is going to be 30, 60, 90, 120. Once again, Mark II belts between the containers. Okay. And then, of course, a Mark II lift. Connect this first level to the upper. Now over here, these are going to be in. Let's take a look here. These are our ins. This is our outs. This is our ins. So we want to drop these guys all the way down. This is going to be a tight squeeze because of the way this is going to have to run here. It's a real tight squeeze. So we'll have our out, and then we'll have another in right over here. So this is where the ins are going to be for over here. So we can get that set up. That's actually a perfect lineup. So this is the odds and ends of building compact factory. And the compactness of this factory means that the compactness that we have here does not really facilitate. Okay, that's screwed up. It's not going to necessarily facilitate everything we're looking for. It's not going to be able to facilitate as well as the big boy over there, but this area that we are building in on the planet is very rugged. It's not meant to be, you know, it's a trade-off. You got a lot of good resources here, but in return for that, you got to deal with the resource counts that are the space, which is really not ideal, which creates issues in its own right. Okay, so there's our inputs. Now, since our inputs are up high, that means our outputs are going to be down low. And that's not what we wanted. Okay, so here we go. So our inputs can come in actually fairly easily, believe it or not. I thought this was going to be a pain in the butt, but now that I think about it, not so much. So what we're going to do is have it feed one conveyor belt. In other words, it just feeds one line, which will make it pretty easy. We're going to merge everything in here. This is not working out. And of course, this guy here will have 60s feeding in. We're only going to see 15 a minute from each of these. So you think about it, that's 15, 30, 45, 60. That'd be 120. We're going to have a full belt leaving. So our center line should be Mark II belt all the way out. So and now it's outside the factory. Okay, our power is connected, so this is going to be Mark II. And for the first time, we see too long of a conveyor belt. So what we got to do is, in order to fix that, because the conveyor belt can only be so long, so we know it's 2 per level. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Ten. We'll have it come around the corner up there. It'll come up to here. It'll round another corner and then go into the main factory. As you can see, this is much higher over here than this is there, but we're going to have it drop on in. We're going to jump onto this part of the conveyor, not dying. And now we're going to pipe it right on into the factory. Okay, so now that we're inside with it, this guy is going to immediately make the run this way. We will drop a splitter here. We'll run this along here, and it's going to link up with what's over here. And we'll have it link up over here. We're going to drop a merger in here. And then voila. There we go. That way we can have our guy split off, and it can begin. We can then, on the next episode, when the time comes, we can make do with what needs to happen in terms of the reinforced modular grids. Okay, so our next objective now is to see how everything works. We get this guy online. And then, of course, at the last second, we had to run out of reinforced steel plate. then again, we have been using a whole lot of it in that factory, so it doesn't surprise me. We're not out. We're just we're just out on our person, so we can get some more from over here and get back to it. You know what? I don't even know why I fight it. Alright, so let's get to it. So we're going to have our splitters here. We're not going to have them here. We're blocking the door if we do that. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Now we are going to hook this up. I can't believe I forgot this logistics floor. Okay, so now we bring in this guy, and now we're going to see what happens. And should be pretty close to our 2-hour mark now. We are a little over 2 hours, 2 hours and 10 minutes. And I'm seeing a problem, so okay, so what we should see is that lifter should be taking 60 a minute until it fills up the guy upstairs. And our miner is now hard at work. We get up to this level. See F. So that's a mistake right there. We gotta go fix it. It's going to take a few minutes for this factory to get up to speed. So I've got iron rods now floating through. So the big question now is everything working up here on level 3 correctly? No power. No power. Oh. No power. This is why we always check our troubleshoots. That means now we should see iron rods popping out of every belt down here. And this should be putting to work. We should be able to get 100% on our, what's it called now? These will be going to 100% pretty quick. They're going to stay at 76 for now, but since we might as well kill a little bit more time here. Okay, there we go. Let's get this guy up and running. It's important that we get some of these materials, that we have all the materials that we need for future progression being produced at this point. So, let's see here. That, perfect. And there we go. So now we'll be able to connect these guys from underneath to bring that to there. That will close that guy out. And then all we gotta do is bring in the rods, which will have this one be this guy here. And these guys do not have to be Mark II belts at all, so that's good to know. Here's our splitter. We'll drive that one over to here. We'll drive that one into parallel with here for now. Okay, let's have a look-see here. And now we see I got a crap ton of rods heading this way. So let's make sure this is working right. Which it's not. Control. I bet I drop a splitter on there. I did. Control. Put that in there. And now it's working right. So now we are going to begin mass producing modular frames. Which means we have a factory up here that's producing all of the goods that it needs. We just got to power this guy up. And we're going to tell you modular frames. So it needs 3 reinforced iron plate a minute and 12 iron rod a minute. I don't see how that's going to be an issue, considering that we produce 10. And it should be split into 5 and putting 2.5 to here. But that's full, so it's going to be putting more into there. It's going to overflow. Alright, so let's take our smart, take the smart plating over to the space elevator, get it in the space elevator. And then we'll start working toward the next 2 milestones. Since it is now time. Okay, smart plating is in for the elevator. Okay, you see how these lines have stopped? We can't produce any more cable. So what we got to do is take some cable out of here. And put it into the sink. Let's print these guys out. And let's go see. I think we got 5 tickets right now, so let's go see what we can purchase. Management. I think add that one to cart. Okay, we've already added it. architecture. Let's add that to our thing as well. Railings are important. So you customizer, fix it, customizer. Yeah, we kind of, let's put the rest of it into, not the wall. Concrete floor. Buy them all. That gets rid of the tickets. And now if we wanted to, we could paint this like a concrete floor. But it's not like it's going to be a problem. We've already got another ticket again. And now we're mass producing modular frames. So let's go and take a look at what the next milestone is that we're going to go for. Let's get the materials we need to into it. And then at that point, once that milestone is complete, we're going to call it a game. I'm going to go for this one first. And some of you may be asking me why. Well, the reason why is the vehicle is going to make things a lot better, and then we'll go for the steel. That's going to put us up into tier 4. And once we're tier 4, it's pretty much game on. We can start building up that factory to get steel up and running, and then we can combine those two together in a different factory. This does put out 2 a minute, so how many have we got? Probably 4? Maybe 6 if we're like 8. So we've produced 8 of those already. And we need steel rod and reinforced iron plates to produce them, so... And the thing is that I can produce these. I can produce these without having to use a machine. It's just that it's a lot faster to have, a lot easier, I should say, not faster, because it might not be faster. It's just more convenient to have the machine do it for us. It's cheaper in the long run. It's the same price in the long run, excuse me, not cheaper. It's the same price. It's just that it's cheaper on time. See, it's automated. It does it itself. We don't have to worry about it. And actually, it's probably a little bit faster for us to do it by hand. We get 2. Let's build this up to 75. We'll complete this milestone tonight, and that will be basically the name of this chapter. It will be Phase 2 factory, factory expansion, and Tier 4. Which we've done our good job at getting to this point. Now it's time to start moving up the ladder to the next phase. And that is, when I say the next phase, we want to start getting to that point where we have the dynamite, and obelisk, and all that, which is what we need next, is the obelisk explosives. This will allow for us to remove obstacles that are blocking us from getting to other areas of the map. But we are really going to start on the next episode focusing on some of the MAM upgrades. We're going to build our steel factory. We're going to have to find a place for that. It may not be here where we're at, even though we have 2 nodes. It's a long way to pipe coal back up this way. So we have 50. We only need 25 more. But, you know, it's not like it's a problem to conveyor belt things up this way. It's just that it's 800 meters away. And honestly, I think where I'm putting that factory is on the hill across the way from our current factory. That way we don't have the arch to deal with. that one there may only be a 2-floor, where the lower floor is production and the upper floor, actually no, probably the upper floor will be production and the lower floor will be a logistics floor again. But everything's going to go through that logistics floor. Instead of it being 8 meters, it'll be a 15 meter. Okay, that right there should do it. Send her on up.
Milestone reached.
All
Long-range
right.
transportation, as well as the construction of outposts, is now encouraged. Vehicle stations have built-in functionality to refuel and restock or collect parts.
Let's have a look-see here. Transportation. Okay, so we need to go upstairs and get another rotor. Now, our biofuels plant is mostly going to be fueling our cutting utensil and our tractor. So let's go have a look here. So let's see here. That would be in this cargo container. Take another stack of 100. Transportation, the tractor. We'll just drop this biofuel in there. And let's go pick up some more. And we're going to get stuck in a hole before we even get out of this thing. This area has definitely been developed well. But now we're going to have to design it with some pathing in mind. Yeah, so I think that our steel factory will be up there. Okay, let's get out of the machine. Alright, so if I check these out, they haven't moved an inch. I'm going to grab 2 more of those. Now comes the trick. Can we get this guy back over there? The answer to that question is no. So we're going to have to build some pathing for it to get over there and get back up to the base. But I think for now it's not bad having it down here in this valley. So I'm going to park it right there. And it sounds like our drop ship has come back. So let's get back over there and submit the next milestone. And basically get to tier 4 and call it a night for... Let's see here. Yep, we're going to need more rotors, so we're going to have to go get some more rotors. And more copper coil. But otherwise, it's not like we don't have enough of these sitting around right now. We actually have quite a bit. We actually do have, this factory actually is running rather efficiently, which really is making me happy. So, matter of fact, we should go check on this. Let's see if we've 100%ed our rotor production out of our 2 devices here. The answer is yes, 100 on that guy and 100 on this one. So yeah, we've got everything running at full tilt up here, including this one. So and we definitely are. We definitely have our ducats in a row here. Okay, let's get over there and do the next research. And the rotors.
Milestone reached. Steel production unlocked. Foundry grants access to new, simple steel parts. An additional project part can now be constructed. Progress to the next phase is now possible.
So now we're heading into Tier 4. Tier 4 has the steel production, hypertubes, blueprints, and logistics Mark III. Logistics Mark III will end up being our first milestone that we really tackle. Then this one will be next because, well, we get minor Mark II here. But we got a ways to go before we're ready to do that. This right here is one of the elements, the things that we need on our next milestone. Hypertubes. If we need this on our next milestone, what else do we get for logistics? Somewhere this guy's in here, saying that we haven't already got it unlocked, and I don't realize it. Yeah, I already unlocked that one, so that's something we're gonna go shooting for in the next episode. But otherwise, guys, that is it for today, and I will see you all next time.